All right, so AIM 7.4, what was the Songhai Empire and why was it considered a golden age? We just shared out some responses for the do now. So this is the third of the West African kingdoms. And this will kind of wrap it up for this. So let's see what we got here. All right, I'll give you a second. All right, so while you finish up, we mentioned when we talked about Mali, we mentioned that the way we teach this subject, how we go Ghana, Mali, Songhai, it makes it seem as though like only one of them existed at a time, and that's not necessarily the case. We said they all kind of exist around the same times. There's some overlap between them. So Mali, while Mali was the dominant kingdom in that particular area, the Songhai people did exist there. And when Mali starts to kind of fade out, Songhai will rise up and kind of take their place in that kind of superior position of dominance in the region. So they take control of all of those trade routes. They take control of the geography and all the resources, and they become the kind of primary actors in that region of the world with regard to power. So they supplant Mali. Mali comes first, Mali fades, and then Songhai kind of rises up and takes their place in the position of dominance. So their thing that they add, we said that Mali copied the golden salt trade from Ghana and added Islam. Songhai copies the golden salt trade from Ghana and Mali. They copy the Islam from Mali and they add their own thing, and that is militarism. So Songhai is a militaristic kingdom, similar to Sparta, if you will. They are a shoot first, ask questions later kind of approach to diplomacy. No matter what the question is, the answer is use your military. And that is the unique characteristic of Songhai. So when we talk about what did Songhai add, when they copied the other things, what did they add? What was their own thing? It is militarism. Okay, so Mali's thing that they add is Islam, and Songhai's thing that they add is militarism. So the model for wealth is really the same. First of all, with regard to geographic size, the map here helps because it lays all three of these kingdoms kind of on top of each other, and it says 11th century, 14th century, 15th century. These are the time periods during which each of those kingdoms is at its height. Okay, so you can see when the kingdom of Ghana was at its height, it's that little brown circle. When Mali is at its height, it's that shaded yellow area, and when Songhai is at its height, it's that area that is outlined in that orange border. So you can see that Songhai is geographically the largest of the three, as far as square miles, if you want to call it. So the other interesting thing that they do is they kind of they improve upon the trade and travel system by using the river to great effect, the Niger River, and this enables them to more efficiently move goods, including gold and salt and a variety of other things around the territory. So this kind of improves that trading network and kind of stabilizes all of that. So that's kind of their thing. Again, it's transporting gold and salt, and they become the largest of the three. So just to recap with these West African kingdoms, all of them trade gold and salt. Mali trades gold and salt and introduces Islam. And Songhai trades gold and salt, is an Islamic empire, and is also militaristic. Okay, so those are the things that are, they all have in common, and the things that are unique to each of them also. Okay, so you need to kind of be aware of that. So when we get to the end of this unit, I'm going to kind of foreshadow the end of this unit for you a little bit. We're going to ask the question, whose age was most golden? That's the big question that we're going to ask. So we're going to study West Africa, China, India, the Islamic Empire. And the question that we ask at the end is, whose age was most golden? So when we talk about what made this a golden age, It's really about that economic growth and the extreme wealth that is generated from their control of the trading routes and the trading systems in sub-Saharan Africa. Okay, so what makes this a golden age is the incredible wealth that's generated through the control of trade. Okay, and we saw also a function of that wealth is the influx of all the infrastructure necessary to bring Islam to the people. The universities, mosques, libraries, scholars, and schools, and advisors to government and things like that. All the things that came with that that adoption of Islam uh, made this a cultural and educational center of sub-Saharan Africa also. So we're talking about whose age is most golden. Those are the kinds of things that we should really be thinking about and talking about.